What's happening, everyone? Glad you guys could join me. So before I start this video, I just wanted to let you guys know a couple things real quick. My actions got way ahead of my thought process, and I'll explain what I mean. While I was, look how beautiful this is, by the way. While I was doing the intro in the video and taking everything apart, when I put the tape over here and I pried the sides and the back, I forgot to let you guys know that obviously when you start pulling this forward, you have to disconnect the hazard and the multifunction control. Then once you start pulling it a little more forward, you're going to see the two bolts in here that you have to loosen. Then you pull that a little more forward, then you have to loosen the harness or unclip the harness for the climate controls. Now once you do that and you can get it forward all the way, then you have to unplug all the other harnesses back here. I just wanted to show you that real quick. Also, as far as the Z-Link is concerned with the iPhone, this is my work phone right here. As I told you guys before, you have to plug it in the white. Once you plug it in the white, you don't even really have to do much. I'll show you real quick. The Z-Link ends up connecting itself like that. And there you go. So it's very instantaneous. The Android Auto works a lot differently, where once you pair the phone to the car kit and the Z-Link, it tries to, the Android Auto works even better than CarPlay, put it like that. But this video is mainly for the hookup, like all the components behind. And I just wanted to show you guys something very, very important. This harness right here, this is the harness, or the A harness from the back. These are the RCA cables. This is what I was saying on the notes all along, like if you have aftermarket amps and subwoofers and stuff like that. So you do not need to have this plugged in back there if you don't want to, because it's just an extra bunch of wires back there hanging around, causing a lot of unnecessary noise. So as I said before, these are the USBs over here. There's two more. The white one is for the CarPlay. Also, the microphone, as I said, I ran it behind the ignition, and look, here it is over here. I just want to show you guys. It's right here. I stuck it right here. So that's for the Bluetooth for phone calls and whatnot. So anyway, guys, this is a really, really awesome product. Hold on to your seat. I will be bringing out a different video showing you guys functionalities of the head unit and whatnot. This, like, for instance, how to get the different colors over here and going inside the settings and whatnot. I will go through or browse some of the steering wheel controls that you will see, but I just wanted you to know that I kind of got ahead of myself when I was doing this, so I just wanted to explain myself a little bit. All right, so enjoy the show. Damn. You're looking for a dope-ass Android unit that supports 4K video? Damn. Look how dope that looks. Ooh. Beautiful. What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So today, you see from the intro right here, got a brand spanking new Android head unit. And yet, guys, this is 10 inches. Dope ass 10-inch screen. Big shouts out to and much love to Sygav for sending this care package and allowing me to show the viewers out there what a superior product they make compared to some of the rest out there. You know, they got Disassembling, Idoing, different types of head units out there. The reason why I picked these guys is because of their internal wiring components, etc. But anyway, guys, I digress. In the box, you guys, you have 2 of these accessories right here, or 2 of these housings for your button functions. You have your user manual, you have your nest of wires. Now mine comes with the Harmon Kardon, guys, so there has to be the CAN bus decoder, which is this portion right here. So if you don't get that and you have the Harmon Kardon system, it will not work, because there's a lot of, it's different integration into the speakers. You have your GPS, microphones, all that stuff. And what you're gonna need, definitely some tape, 10mm with a ratchet, socket, extension, and maybe just a couple pry tools. But that's basically what you're gonna need right here. But look how dope this is. Fully integrated into a new bezel. I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. And guys, the manual, I actually browsed through it real quick. They actually have very, very thorough instructions for the settings once you're finished installing it. Not too much of the install directions, so pay attention. All right, guys, so the first thing you want to do, just disconnect your negative on your battery terminal, just to make sure you don't have any short circuits and whatnot. Now, it's still, you know, today's not like hot right now. It's pretty early, so I got my little mosquito bug repellent right here. Now, what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to take out this glove box, because there are 2 10mm bolts that you have to get out from in here and on the other side. So if you don't know how to take this out, you pretty much squeeze this plunger right here. This piston is gonna fall out. Okay, so now once you squeeze it, the piston is out. This right here and the other side, you just press it in and it'll allow the glove box to hang, just like that. And then you can just remove it, simple and easy. So now, once you remove that, let's see if we could see it. See that 10mm screw right there? That's what we got to get to, okay? So I would suggest putting a little bit of tape on your 10mm socket. So, or you can have a magnet. So once you back it out all the way, it would not fall, or even if it falls, you can have your magnet. But if you put your tape on the back of the socket or on the mouth of the socket, it would help you a lot, okay? Okay, just want to show you guys something real quick. See this Phillips head screw right here? It usually goes in right here and screws into this part under here. Once you take that out, you don't have to take this entire thing out if you don't want to. What you can do is you take your pry tool and go right under here and start prying here, and it's gonna literally come out, and this portion by itself can come out. See that? Now look in here. Now you can see that 10mm bolt right there. There you go. That's what needs to get out. So let's take that out real quick. All right, guys, so you see me put tape on the sides over here, and you try to pry from the side. Obviously, these edges, guys, especially on the vent side, they're very, very sharp, so just be careful. That's why you want to put tape on there so you don't jack up your finish. Now, once you start prying from the side and you see it raised from the back, try to take your hands and, you know, try to pry it up as much as you can. Once you get that off, then you'll see 2 10mm bolts over here. You take that off. Once you start pulling the head unit forward, you are going to have to loosen this right here. This is for your controls for your temperature and AC and all of that stuff. So you have to loosen that. Then you'll be able to bring the head unit a little more forward, and then you got to start loosening this nest back here, okay? Okay, guys, there you have it. The stock unit is out, and as you can see right here, there's a mess of wires. The good thing about this is that all these wires, they're different sizes and or color coded, as you can see. So you really can't mix anything up. Now this bottom module right here, this is the Starlink module. I'm gonna have to take this out, which means I'm gonna have to take off this bracket right here on both sides. So I do not know if this bracket is even gonna work again for the aftermarket head unit. We'll see. But the Starlink unit you have to reuse because of my Starlink package right here, the sound is integrated into the front speakers. So without this, it's not gonna work. You get what I'm saying? So let's go play a game of swapping over the vents and control units, because that's what we have to do next. Okay, we just got to swap these over, and then we'll be ready to figure out the wiring for the new head unit. So to take out the upper vents, it's a couple tabs you have to pry, and the bottom climate control buttons, it's a couple screws holding that portion in order to swap it over. Then you'll see me taking out these side brackets to get the Starlink out and just move it over to the new head unit. All right guys, so the transfer is complete. This is the Starlink module right here, and plug and play 1, 2, 3, 4 big screws. These shorter type screws over here, this is for the bracket. Then the vents, they're pretty much clip tabs, okay? So you just have to raise those up and it comes out this way, okay? So just be aware of that. And the transfer is pretty much done. Looks pretty good. And now it's time for these wires. I'm gonna have to take this into the garage because it's starting to bake out here, man. It's so bright. Oh, and obviously this center portion right here, I use the provided piece that Sygav gave me, and it's 4 mini screws. It's like this. It's 4 mini screws like that. So if I were you, get a small precision type Phillips head. That'll definitely help you out. So just make sure you have that. But other than that, looks pretty damn good. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up a picture. Look at this key right here. That's a number and letter key. And what it's showing you is where certain things are supposed to go. So like say for instance, this one here matches up to this one here. This has 20 pins. This has, you'll see 20 circles. That's for the pins right here. And that will match up to this bad boy right here. This is the CAN bus fix. And each one of them, so 1, 2, 3, so each pin will correspond to a particular wire on what it's supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? And that bad boy goes in right here. I'm gonna plug it in a second. Like it says GPS right here. If you look right here, you're gonna see a little dot that says GPS. You screw it in. You're gonna need a 5/16 wrench to tighten it in, okay? Now, look at this big port right here. If you look right here, it'll say ANT or antenna. So I'm pretty sure it's this big ass jack right here. You push that in and we're straight. Now we have a lot of other harnesses right here too. Like this black one here. This top one here, that's A, that's for your RC. If you go to A, it'll show you RCA cables. So that goes in right here, as you could see. I'll plug it in a second. Then look at D. We go to D. That's your auxiliary in and in for the camera. It goes right here and it fits, look, perfectly. You get what I'm saying? So right here, this is for your Wi-Fi. Boom, Wi-Fi is right there. Plug that in and it'll need a, as I said, you'll need a 5/16 wrench to tighten it in. So let me plug this stuff up real quick and we'll head into the car. All right guys, so we're in the car and I know this looks a little daunting, but just bear with me. So as I showed you before, this is the canvas side right here where this black plug is. And the other set of wires, auxiliary wires and whatnot is on this side. Now, what I did was I went ahead, I plugged up this is the auxiliary in for the your camera and stuff like that. So now I took it from here, plugged it up on the canvas side, even the red and white for the speakers. Now this is gonna be a little bit of trial and error for me because you gotta make sure. That's why when you put this up there, you're not gonna put it in yet. Just wait a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So now, if you notice all these ports, you notice this one has like a circle in there. Now look at this one right here. That one has a circle in here as well. So what's gonna happen is all these free ports now, they're gonna be plugging into the ports, the vacant ports that came stock with the car. So the canvas system can integrate everything because of the Harmon Kardon. You get what I'm saying? All right. The remaining harnesses on the canvas will be plugged into its matching counterparts on the dash. Also note, not all of the harnesses in the dash will be used with the new head unit. All right guys, the install is complete. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. So the only auxiliary cable or RCA jack that I used was this one right here. Don't know if I mentioned it before. Okay, it is the cam VIN. It's labeled cam VIN. Okay, and that one on this harness here connects to the yellow RCA input from this canvas harness. Okay, that's the only one you have to worry about. Everything else, now you're gonna notice that there are some that are left out. There's that blue one right there. That one, I think that was for like Sirius radio. Then there's that one down right below that blue one with one pink cord. And that's it. And I think this black one right here, this is probably a ground. This one, that one right there, all that stuff is already integrated into this canvas unit, which actually works pretty good. If you connect this and you hear any feedback noise on your speakers, just move around those RCA cables. They can cause interference. Also, the GPS, notice where I stuck it? So I didn't want to run it all over the place, but I actually tested it out. It actually it works. It works very well. Also, let me see, let me open this door, give me some light. Okay, the USB cords, like for your Apple CarPlay and stuff like that, I ran it through the glove box right through here. So I ran it down here through the glove box. And the speaker, for the Bluetooth system, I ran it through that hole behind the ignition, and I'm gonna put it behind the steering wheel. So let me just button this up real quick and I'll see you in a sec.
By texting, you consent to receive text messages through an automatic dialing system. Message and data rates may apply. Registered nurses cannot.
Guys, I'm gonna give you guys a tip as well. Make sure when you're putting the stuff back, make sure your RCA cables are not touching the antenna or anything like that. If you want, take some tape, wrap it up so they're not touching anything back there, and it's because it's gonna cause some feed. It's gonna cause feedback noise and you'll be able to hear it through the speakers. Okay, so before you put this back in there, make sure that's what you do. Now guys, as I told you before, I could not reuse the brackets, but the fitment is so tight anyway, I'm not really worried about it. But I just want to show you the steering wheel controls. Guys, make sure, because what's gonna happen is gonna be like, hey, how come I can't lower and raise my volume and all that stuff? Guys, because of this unit, everything is integrated a little bit differently. So you have to go to settings, okay? You go to car, and when you go to car, what you're gonna notice is, hold on, let me prop this up real quick. Okay, so now when you go to car, it'll have steering wheel keys. Tap that. Now, you see I have 2 of them laid out there. Now, when you push a button on the steering wheel, okay, when you push a button on the steering wheel, like I'm gonna push the like next track, okay, I'm gonna push to hang up the phone. Once you push a button, the menu is gonna come up and you scroll to what you want it to be. Scroll to what you want to be. So hanging up the phone looks like that one. You hit OK and you hit save. Boom. So now, if I have a call, I can hang up from the steering wheel. Okay, so you go back again, steering wheel keys. I'm gonna show you again. Press the button like to accept a call. Once you press that button on the steering wheel, this screen changes automatically. Scroll up to accept a call. Click right there. Okay, save. So now I'm gonna call, let me see, I'm gonna call my wife real quick. I'm gonna call my boy Melvin. This guy here, if you guys want, you guys could call him and crank call him if you want, because Melvin is the worst. But anyway, hold on, let me just block his number. I'm gonna call Melvin real quick. So now when I call Melvin, all right, Melvin, you're on video, but I just call you to show these people I can hang up on your ass. Oh, there we go. And I hung up on his ass. So there you go. Perfect. Oh, by the way, a quick note for some of you guys and gals out there. In case you're wondering, once you take your glove box out, see right here? This is where your cabin air filter is, guys. Make sure, see that? Make sure you change that. So while you have your glove box out, it'll be a really good time. It'll definitely help your air filtration system, especially the stuff that's coming into your car, feel a lot cleaner, smell a lot cleaner too. All right. All right, guys, nice and fresh. So just wanted to show you guys real quick. For Android Auto, actually, I'll just show you Apple real quick because I really don't care about that too much. My wife has an Apple. It's whatever. So what I showed you guys before, I got 3 USB ports that I ran into the glove box. Each one of them has power. It's the white one, okay? That once you connect it to a USB straight to the Apple iPhone, what you have to do is you go to this, the screen is super sensitive too. You go right here to the Z-Link app. You go right into the Z, actually it connects as soon as you connect it. There you go. And she has like some whack music she'd be playing. Don't even ask me. She's on Pandora. Some whack stuff. So now guys, once you disconnect the iPhone USB cord, and what happens is the Android unit wants to connect, there's that address right here to the head unit. So it wants to connect. Or you could connect it via Bluetooth. So what you can do is you go to settings, you go to connected devices, and you go on your phone to Bluetooth and you scan and you'll see CarKit. Now when you see CarKit, you tap on that. Passcode is probably gonna come up. There's 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pair. Oh, by the way, guys, make sure you turn off your Wi-Fi, because what'll happen is your Z-Link app wants to stay connected with this phone via like a virtual Wi-Fi network. So once I disable the Wi-Fi, the CarKit is already there paired to the Bluetooth. Okay? So now, see this damn Z-Link app keeps wanting to connect. So now, guys, I don't want a copyright strike, so I'll play something from YouTube real quick. That's straight from my phone right to the Bluetooth unit. So I'll come out with a different video. I'll do another video sometime else, just to going over the settings and whatnot. So it's the beeping. I got to turn this beeping off. But anyway, I'll come out with something different for the settings, a different video for the settings, so at least you guys can see everything. But this is a freaking fantastic unit, guys. And I will suggest, obviously, if you have like a some type of charging system or whatever while you're messing around with this, so that your battery doesn't drain. Like I have a trickle charger on the car right now. I would highly suggest that you guys do that. So as I said before, for the Apple stuff, all 3 USBs do work. As far as for charging, it's the white one. That is the one that works with the Apple CarPlay with the Z-Link app that's on this. And Z-Link works with Android as well. And you can connect it via Bluetooth for your calls and all of that fun stuff. And that is really it, guys. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. Check out Sygav. Thank you again for hooking it up with this dope head unit. And I really, really love how the head unit contours nicely with the entire setup here. Looks really, really, really good. And now, guys, I have to go back and change all my colors on my gauges and everything. Remember, I had the negative terminal disconnected due to the fact that, you know, down there where one of those screws are, where that we have to take off, there's an airbag down there. Also, you don't want anything shorting out when you're messing with a head unit. That's the reason why you want to disconnect it. Okay, so anyway, guys, hope this was informative. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. But as I said, the only audio video cable that I had to connect were the yellow ones for my backup camera. And my backup camera works, as I'll show you guys again. That's my fuel pump, guys. Fuel system is kind of large. But anyway, guys, definitely check out Sygav's website. And they have a lot of different head units for different makes and models. And the reason why I wanted to show you guys this one, this was for the 18 STI with Harmon Kardon systems in it. So you need that canvas unit. Also, guys, just in case you need to update any apps on here, the best thing to do is disconnect your Wi-Fi from your phone, because once you connect to this head unit, it always wants to maintain that virtual bridge between the phone and the head unit for Android Auto and such. So disconnect your Wi-Fi on the phone so you can connect to your home Wi-Fi or whatever the case might be. So now, once you connect to your home Wi-Fi, like I just did, now you can go back and you can go and sign into your Google Play Store and stuff like that, update whatever apps that you need to update. You get what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not going to put any personal information here, but you get my point. See right here, I'm updating the YouTube app on the tablet real quick, or on the head unit. So that's it. As I said, make sure your phone Wi-Fi is off, otherwise it'll constantly be fighting each other that who gets preference. Okay? So now once it's updated, you have a good Wi-Fi connection. You can literally go in here, boom, and you're straight. Skip. .1080p. Good morning, fam. Welcome back to the channel. Works perfectly. Everybody is doing well. So today, this video is brought to you by... So anyway, guys, that's a pretty good demonstration of how this thing works. The functionality and everything. As I said before, I'll make another video on settings. But so far, I just wanted to show you guys the hookup. And the hookup is freaking fantastic. So once again, guys, thank you guys for joining me. And I will talk to y'all soon. Take it easy.